Forget what you learned in school. Never mind what your parents told you, and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. At Odds will enhance your worldview, strengthen your logical weaknesses, and brighten your teeth. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle, across Liberty Ocean, and over the Enlightenment Desert. When your journey is over, you're safe at home, they promise you will be stronger, smarter, and, well, just plain better. And when you go out into the world, men will pat you on the back, women will weep at your wisdom, and children will adore you. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
Welcome to At Odds. I'm Nate. Brian's over there.
Hey, happy Independence Day, Nate.
That is tomorrow. I don't.
Oh, wait a minute.
I
got it wrong again.
Stopped that. You did, but yeah, no. It's
July.
Today's
3rd.
July 3rd. This is At Odds.
Those were right
We're live,
outside
8 p.m.
our studio.
They were. It's weird how they just stopped just suddenly like that, almost if someone had clicked a button.
No, we closed the door to our
Bam.
studio. It's very sound.
Right, that's what I meant.
Soundproof.
Yep, click. That was the door.
We've good. Wow, you should have a career like that. You can replace the guy in the police academy shows. Whatever his name is.
Speaking of police academy, You know what I'm excited for? Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. I'm excited
Eddie
for
Murphy's
that.
still alive?
And apparently, I don't know if he's going to be a cop in this one or what.
He's going to be a bad guy this time, I think.
Yeah, he might be. Well, he wasn't always a police officer, you know.
He wasn't. What was he?
He fractured an occasional law or two.
Oh, that's right. He was a bad boy before he became a police officer.
Yeah, that's the story.
So he was a good guy, and then he went to the dark side.
No, I don't think so. I think he was a bad guy and then got authority to do it.
He get away with it a lot easier.
Yeah. Oh, he did a lot of stuff that, that entire movie is...
Even as a cop.
The entire movie is a conflict between him being a Detroit police officer and the Beverly Hills cops that do everything by the book. And he's saying, come on, I know how to get around having a warrant.
Yeah.
The entire show is like, we don't need a warrant.
He breaks
I'll just
into
go
places,
in.
does everything.
So, but anyway, I am excited.
Right,
so a little plug for Hollywood, because I love those guys over there.
Oh, my goodness. Today is
Hollywood,
Thursday,
they're great.
July 3rd. What year? 2014. We're in the back room of the Independence Day Bar and Studio in what country, Nathan?
United States of America today. Yeah, we're back home for
we haven't given
Independence Day tomorrow. We're going to blow some stuff up, and hopefully things that are meant to be blown up, or at least things that we want blown up, and that other people want. I mean, we're not going all Bill Ayers on things, but I think that
nice
fireworks
are fun. But please be careful out there.
Yeah.
Those limbs are not attached that well or so well that they can't be taken away from your torso.
Yeah, I mean, they're attached pretty well, but
there are things that can separate them from you.
There are.
And believe me, you'll miss them when they're gone.
You miss yours, don't you?
I do. Yeah. I had a friend of mine.
It was an important one that you lost, though. So.
I had a classmate in high school that made a homemade firework in his basement and went off in his hand, and he lost 3 fingers on his right hand and 1 eye. So he was through high school. He has 1 eye and 2 fingers. So he couldn't really give you the peace sign. He could give you the thumbs up really well, but that was it.
Come on,
he couldn't do the peace sign.
Come on. That's not funny.
It's not funny.
No, but really, come on. It's Independence Day. It's
story.
one of one of the most important dates, I think, in the history of this nation.
Because, as we know, they signed the document on July 4th.
They did. They did not approve it on July 4th.
So
that's the weird thing.
Because I thought you said America's first tweet went out with Benjamin Franklin's newspaper that said that independence was declared on July 2nd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's not my thing. It's that, what's that? Some newspaper. I don't know. They don't need me to say their name.
It's something called
They called it
History?
They called it America's first tweet, which is hilarious because
funny.
The biggest day, quite possibly.
Yeah, but it wasn't then.
In what is now American history.
Right.
The approval of the Declaration of Independence. The Continental Congress approved it.
It was only colonial history at that time.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't American history.
This is in Benjamin Franklin's newspaper, the Philadelphia Gazette.
Right.
Philadelphia, July 3rd. Well, July 3. But yesterday, the Continental Congress declared the United Colonies free and independent states. Period.
Right.
It's
and actually
the biggest day. It's great because that's it.
But why are we celebrating the 4th? Even Adams wanted the 2nd to be celebrated.
Yeah.
And it wasn't actually signed until August 2nd or something.
Well, and Adams did eventually say that the 4th of July, Independence Day, will be celebrated, should be celebrated, revered, and
with fireworks,
and all of those things.
And it is, but why? That's what I don't understand.
Because it was signed that day, and that's what they decided.
It wasn't, though.
Yes, it was.
It was signed by a couple of people. There was a janitor. There was the stable
I
guy.
have a copy. Read the names. That was July 4th. At least the last one signed it on July 4th.
But that's not the final draft.
Well, that's not.
Well, no, that's not. That's a poor imitation, but
that's a pretty good imitation,
actually.
Good. Yeah,
I'd give you a couple bucks for it.
Yeah.
So anyways, happy Independence Day, whatever day it was. It was somewhere around July to August 1776.
There you are with your dates again.
But
it is the 4th of July. That's the day.
But when did
That's what you do. You have to pick a day. Christmas, pick a day.
When did we start fighting the British, though? A year earlier.
I think when was the British Empire established? What was their Independence Day? Because that was the day. I think that's when the battle began.
Well, I would say the Battle of Hastings.
At least when Mr. George took power.
Oh, George III?
I think that helped.
George III was the first king of England that could speak English. Did you know that?
Oh, there's the problem.
All of them before that were French or German or Latin.
English is a ridiculous language.
It's horrible. It's hard to talk good.
It is.
Or well.
It is.
Me speak no good.
Yeah. There.
No, but I think that's interesting. Not many people realize that George III was he was kind of crazy from the inbreeding. He was a little bit insane, but he was the first king to speak
People don't realize
English.
It because it's not important at all.
It isn't.
It isn't important.
It's
not even part of American history.
It's interesting trivia.
No, it isn't.
Give me
it's
that.
trivia.
Right.
I'll give you that.
Listen.
It may.
Our engineer James
may.
giving me a thumbs up. He said it was interesting.
And we'll miss Steve dearly.
Sorry, Steve.
That trivia.
Today truly is your Independence Day.
Hey, now you're free to go. You're free to pursue your dreams.
Yeah. And happiness and all that.
Oh, jeez.
Enough about history, maybe?
I don't know. About Jeopardy. I don't remember what it was.
Jeopardy?
I don't know. Your trivia might be a Jeopardy answer.
We could talk about periods.
I didn't want to. I actually what happened? Yeah, I did specifically say I don't really want to talk about that. Okay, and I don't have the text.
I have no prep
in front of me. So way to go.
But it was something about the pursuit of happiness, period, and then going on, and people are, the eggheads are saying, "Oh, that period may or may not be there. It's faded in the original document."
Maybe it was supposed to be a comma.
Yeah,
because
we don't know.
A comma followed by a line.
Yeah,
because there is a line.
There's a dash there.
So it's the whole
or a hyphen.
We know these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal, endowed by a creator with certain unalienable rights,
life, liberty, and happiness,
and pursuit of happiness. Comma, period, punctuation. Then it goes on to say that the government basically that governs at the consent of the people, guarantee these rights. And there comes a time when the government is stepping beyond that and the people have to say no more, which is basically what it's saying. So
which
to me,
is nigh upon us.
To me, it's immaterial whether that's a period or a comma, because it does in fact make sense to me that we have these rights and the government is there to preserve those rights as sovereign people.
Right, but you're not an egghead, and you're not an English
that's
major.
true. Not even a conehead, though. Dan Aykroyd was pretty good in that movie.
Oh, my goodness.
Just saying.
Really? We're going
No, you're right, but the point of the entire document doesn't have to do with whether government is a right of the people. It has to do with when government gets too big and too overbearing, we need to do something about it. That's what the Declaration of Independence was. So it doesn't matter.
And it was there to limit the power of the federal government, and was there to protect individual rights.
Not the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution.
The Constitution.
The government that was created by the people and governed at the consent of the people was there.
Right, and really the Declaration of Independence is meaningless. It means nothing.
Right. Well, yeah, especially today.
It was expressing their ideas and why they wanted to separate themselves from the British Empire.
Yeah, it really didn't have any force then.
It's no law. It's nothing. It talks about some ideas and ideals of what a good government should be. It sort of laid out some of the principles of forming a government, which later turned into a constitution, and some of those things were expressed in the Constitution. Right?
When the Constitution, when did that happen?
Well, I thought it was signed in 1787 or something.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. I'm pretty sure it was 89, but that's all right. Bill of Rights was 91, of course.
89? I don't know. Somewhere in there.
That's all right. Moving on.
Wait a minute. Maybe the war was over in 87, and it was a couple of years after that it was ratified and all that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not a historical scholar.
That wasn't.
You're making me look like an idiot. Wait a minute.
You're
not doing it.
No, you're not. Okay, first of all,
I'm doing it
no,
myself.
I'm not doing it. Second of all, this is actually the first time ever that wasn't my intention.
It's
odd, it's working out perfectly.
Perfect. Maybe you should try less hard next time.
All right, I want to
just let me go
real quick. A couple minutes before our first break here, I saw this article, and it ironically was on Truth About Guns.
Yeah,
because it wasn't truth and it wasn't pro-gun. But this.
Well, I think they posted it on their site because they wanted people to.
No, they posted on their site. I think. Well, yeah, okay, sure, because they wanted traffic.
What?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
So I don't know who this guy is. This Nick Foghorn guy or Leghorn or.
I say, son. I say.
What was his name?
Nick Leghorn.
Okay, Nick Leghorn,
who is almost a pilot.
Right, which makes him more qualified than everybody else in the world to talk about ballistics and the innards of a commercial airliner.
If you want to go to the Truth About Guns and look up airline carry is a bad idea, and you'll find his article.
Yeah. So basically, he wrote
everything
this article.
He says.
I do too, except for that he will soon be a pilot if he passes his test.
And he won't carry a firearm on his planes.
No, that's not true. He said he will.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, then that's even more
Okay. That's the problem I have with this whole thing. He lays out all of these reasons, disagreeing with one of his other buddies.
Well, somebody said that
we should be allowed to carry guns on airplanes,
like we did up until the '60s and early '70s. People could carry guns on airplanes.
Yeah, but I think
never had a problem.
Well, that's not true. I think in '76,
good Lord,
a former airline employee, there was a merger, and he was upset. He did take a gun on an airplane. I think he shot the pilots or something, crashed the airplane.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many airplanes fly every day in the United States?
More than one.
I think it's about 6 trillion a day.
A day?
Yeah.
How many of them crash in a typical day?
None.
0.
Yeah.
0 of them crash.
So you really can't take one example as an anomaly.
No, you can't at all. And when you think about all of the airplanes that have crashed, how many of them were caused by a firearm versus caused by something other than a firearm?
I would say significantly 0.
Right. Well, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, the point of this guy's article is that allowing people to carry on airplanes is a bad idea. Because no matter what, eventually someone will fire a gun on an airplane. They'll have an accidental discharge.
That is a true statement. Statistically, yeah.
It's probably
if you have
a true
billion flights for a billion years, somebody will discharge a fire.
Yeah, but
that's a true
I think
statement.
there's a pretty good chance that we get rid of airplanes and have a better technology before...
Or we're extinct by then.
A billion years, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so someone will have a negligent discharge, and it's not that he's worried about the other people.
Or that the discharge goes through the wall left or right outside the airplane and causes no problem whatsoever.
And not straight down.
But
yeah,
he makes a lot of assumptions.
Well, that it's going to rupture a fuel line.
It's going to blow up the plane because there's lots of fuel everywhere. That's one of his claims.
Yep.
2, it will knock out navigation and electronics and cause the plane to crash.
Yep.
And 3, you will shoot the pilot.
Right.
Okay, well, come on. If you really want to do it, you can protect the electronics.
Well, I don't. And even I don't think that.
Yeah,
we want to go down that road, but you could, sure. You can make it all bulletproof. It'd be heavy,
right? Well,
especially if you do it with phone books.
You could do it with Kevlar and be much lighter and bullet resistant. You could also. The fact is that I've seen people shoot bullets into gas tanks of cars full of gasoline, and it doesn't blow up.
Yep.
And shooting the pilot, I think we can protect the pilot pretty well. We have means of doing that now.
Have you been on an airplane recently?
I have not.
You can't get into that
years.
cockpit.
Yeah.
You can't get in there, and the bullet probably won't get in there.
And the pilots could be armed, and you have like 3 people there that can fly a plane.
Yeah. Right. So
all of his arguments
are ridiculous.
Are horrible,
but what makes
and we're spending too much time on this.
What makes it really bad is that he says he's qualified, more qualified than other people, because he's nearly a pilot.
Yeah.
I think
he will soon fly solo
in a small Cessna.
And my point was there are thousands and thousands of private planes where pilots carry guns and passengers carry guns on these planes all the time.
Yep. And to make it worse, he's saying that if people carry guns on planes, planes will crash and people will die. He says at the end of the article that he will soon be able to fly his own plane and carry his gun.
Yeah, so
seems like suicide to me.
He's an idiot.
Hey, all right, we're going to take a quick break. That's all I have to say about Nick Foghorn Leghorn there. We'll be right back.
My Parents Open Carry, a program kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you, than with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
150 million people suffer from headaches. All you want is for the pounding in your head to stop. Migralex stops the pounding. Migralex was developed by a neurologist and founder of the New York Headache Center.
I'm neurologist Dr. Alex Mauskop. After studying and researching the human brain for 25 years, I've developed Migralex, which eliminates pounding headaches. It works for my patients, and I'm so convinced it will work for you. I don't just guarantee it, I put my name on it.
Dr. Mauskop's Migralex gets rid of headaches fast without harsh caffeine, sodium, or preservatives.
Migralex works unbelievably fast. And it's gentle on my stomach.
Find out how to get your free bottle of Migralex. Call 800-559-7387. Plus, if you're one of the first 100 callers, you'll also receive the Migralex Quick Tips to Headache Relief absolutely free. That's 800-559-7387. Or go to migralexrelief.com. MIGRALEX relief.com. Or call 800-559-7387.
From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys.
Say, would y'all like to listen to the Ad Odd Show with Nate and Brian? And then come on down in my basement and have a popsicle.
You like that one. I don't know why you like... Actually, I do know why you like that one. There's a couple reasons why you like that one so much.
Creepy old guy.
Welcome back to Ad Odds. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there. Brian,
hi.
Say hi.
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 Hi. Say
hi.
hi.
That's Charlie. He's obnoxious.
That's our
This
studio
is what's
doggy.
happening since we're back in the U.S. and there's a holiday coming up.
What holiday?
People are preparing their lawns near the studio for the holiday.
They're mowing.
Well, they better damn well have a big party if they're going to mow the lawn at this hour.
Because it drives our
saying.
studio dog nuts.
It does.
Here's the lawnmower.
It does. We go to Ethiopia, the dog doesn't bark
problem.
because they're not mowing the lawn.
There is no lawn
That's
in Ethiopia.
why they're not mowing the lawn.
They rake the sand, but they don't. They pick maggots out of there.
All right. Well, you
orifices.
wanted to talk about Bergdahl.
I did not.
In the VA.
No, you did.
Email. Probably.
I don't know anything about it.
Fake though. Okay.
Blood,
no, this was nothing. There was some congressman, I think, in Texas again. I keep saying Texas because it's a big state, so the chances are it's not California. He says that they have an email because they're investigating this VA thing and the Bergdahl exchange. That they have an email that, of course, isn't made public yet, but that says from the White House. Someone, I don't know if it's Obama, but it doesn't matter.
It's not Obama.
Really. I'm sure it isn't. He hasn't sent an email in his life.
No, he doesn't know how to use his email.
Well, he heard about email in the news just like the rest of us. Right. But anyway, it says that, well, we better move on this. Well, the VA thing is killing us. We need to move on this Bergdahl exchange without going through Congress first. And the implication that it's a distraction, that it's this one scandal that we have going on that is actually a real scandal, and even the Democrats are angry about.
Right.
That we need another scandal to distract it, so let's bypass Congress. And
which is his favorite.
We'll go with it. It is
technique.
It is. You know what would be good here?
But what you're saying is you don't know if it's real or not.
No, I have no
Why
idea.
are we talking
Nobody
about
knows
that?
if it's real. So would you rather talk about Hobby Lobby? You want to go on to the other thing that we have about Obama bypassing Congress and being sued?
Well,
we could jump to
I
that.
think Hobby Lobby's a big issue. People have been talking about it.
You think it's next in line, and so you just want to go
down? No, we can do whatever you want. Steve, what do you think? He's going with me. Because
it said Hobby Lobby. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well, what? You know what? You know my favorite part about Hobby Lobby is they have cheap T-shirts.
Their glue section. They have a great
smells great.
They have a great glue section.
Do they?
Oh, you walk by there and you come out feeling great.
You do.
Yeah.
And you buy things, but none of the craft stuff. You buy all the snacks
mostly
from up front.
Candies.
You know what is weird about Hobby Lobby?
Cheetos. What?
They don't scan items.
I don't know that I've ever been in one.
Okay, they don't use scanners.
Okay, what do they plug it in old-fashioned way?
Yeah, because it keeps the cost down, they say, and all of the employees have to know what everything is categorized at, and worse, they have to know the sales. If something's 30% off, they basically have to know it and take the 30% off.
Wow.
And your receipt really just says general merchandise or paint or whatever.
So if they're not up to speed and you get a bad checkout person, you're not getting the sale price.
Or you're getting lots of sale prices.
Well, I doubt you're getting lots.
Yeah, you're not. But I mean, everything's always on sale there all the time, ever anyway.
But their average pay is like, $12, $13 an hour.
Which is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
That's like Walmart in North Dakota wages.
Oh, yeah, because
that's
the oil
pretty
boom,
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good. But don't worry about that, because what Hobby Lobby is really doing, at the root of everything that Hobby Lobby does, is denying women, all women actually, in the world, denying them their God-given right to birth control,
to contraception. I don't know that's true. What I've been reading is that.
Oh, there you go. Believe in the media. There you go.
Well,
all right, no, go ahead. What's your theory?
No,
Brian?
no. Listen, I got this directly from Mr. Lobby. Mr. Lobby sent me an email.
Oh, hey, Hobby, how you doing today?
He said, Mr. Hobby Lobby. He said, "Listen, Brian, we cover like 16 birth control methods,
and there are only 20 approved in the United States.
There's only 4 that we have a problem with, and those are sort of after conception. It kills a fertilized egg, and we believe that as Christians that's a bad thing, and so we don't really want to cover those. But you can still get birth control through our insurance, no problem. I guess some of the problems, and what I disagree with, is why are they forced to have any insurance at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really the root of the problem, is the law says if you have 50 or more employees, you have to provide health insurance.
Yep, full-time.
Full-time
over
employees,
28 hours or 30 hours or whatever it is a week.
And the issue, I guess, is while health insurance is a great thing to have provided to you through your employer, I've always thought of it as a compensation package. It's a benefit. It's a perk.
Yep.
It's something that we offer our employees as part of their package. But we shouldn't be forced into having to give you anything other than, a wage.
No.
And agree,
not even a wage. But,
that you agree to that as a condition of your employment.
Yep.
But it's the federal government that stuck their nose into that and saying, no, you must provide health insurance and you will pay for it.
And on top of it's not just that you will have health insurance, you will pay for it. It's also, and that health insurance will cover
these things.
Birth control. Now, we so care about people's health that we will not mandate that your health insurance covers dental procedures or maintenance or anything, or eye care, but it will cover birth control because that is so important. Because the war on women, I mean, that's what it is, right?
Oh, definitely.
Hobby Lobby hates women.
The women in this country have it really bad.
There are no women in the Hobby Lobby ownership family. None.
Really?
Well, I mean, there's the wife and the kids,
but none of the employees are female.
There's no female employees at Hobby Lobby either. No, I of course there are.
Didn't know that.
This is true, and I'm going to say this. I have been in Hobby Lobby a lot.
For the glue.
I honestly don't remember seeing a male employee.
Yeah.
Which is actually just funny.
They're mostly women.
Michael's, I have. Hobby Lobby, I don't think I have. By the way, if you're a woman and you work at Hobby Lobby and you're so offended that this company that treats you great won't cover your IUD, then go get a job at Frank's or at Michael's or wherever else.
Wait a minute. They don't cover an IUD?
Right.
Why? Because that's not a...
Well,
that's not a...
okay, two things. First of all, I'm going
fertilized egg.
First of all, I'm going to give you the actual answer to that question. Why not? They shouldn't have to have a reason, and I want to talk about that in a second.
Well,
but the real thing
on
is
the fundamental issue. Yeah,
if we're going to get into the medical crap about this, because I actually know about this one in particular,
it only involves
if
four.
You don't have it. If you don't have an IUD. It's something that is it's an actual device. It's not really a drug that is implanted.
Right.
If you don't have it in, you have unprotected sex, the pregnancy thing starts. That was a firework. And then you have it put in, then it can then it will cause an abortion if you believe that's an abortion.
Yeah, I know.
That's the truth.
Okay.
So that you asked, that's what I'm telling you.
So it's like four things they had an issue with, but there's like 16 things that they allow. So
yeah,
I
and the ones that they don't allow aren't that expensive. Birth control isn't that expensive.
One of the and you can get a lot of birth control free through Planned Parenthood and other organizations and community health and stuff. But I mean, what a lot of people are saying is, though, that this is a slippery slope, because now if you claim any kind of religious freedom or religious liberty, that you can bypass all kinds of federal laws. You know, if I want to sacrifice unborn, or 1-year-old children,
that's absurd.
It's absurd.
That's absurd. We've already had, I think, probably court precedents on things like
Christian
that.
Scientists, can not cover blood transfusions and all this kind of stuff.
They should be able to not cover medical procedures.
Well,
that's different than saying I can murder because my religion says so. That's absurd. The fact is, Hobby Lobby should not have had to claim religious freedom to get this to happen. They should have never been forced to give any sort of coverage at all. And they were before. It's not like Hobby Lobby's one of those deadbeat companies that wasn't offering health insurance for their full-time employees. They were.
Right.
They just have certain things that they don't want to be forced to offer. And they shouldn't be.
And it's just,
regardless of the reason.
It's just horrible that the U.S. Supreme Court, it was all the men that overturned this, and
only
and
5
women,
of them.
And the women were the ones that were, against this.
What country are we where 5 men can decide
and
something
like this? And they were all
this?
Catholics.
Oh, well, there you go. See, now it's weird because the tables are turned, because I've made this exact same point. What the hell has happened to this country where we're in a position that things that are important, life and death, are being decided by 1 or 2 judges? I get that. But you can't be in favor of it and then turn the tables and say, this is how it should be, that judges should decide how things are, like Proposition 8 in California. A judge said it was bad. That means it's bad. But now a judge says something you don't like, you can't change your mind about that.
You can't have it both ways?
You can't.
Yeah.
No. I don't think that judges should be deciding this, but it shouldn't have been in court in the first place. We have to take a quick break. Facebook.com/@oddshow, @oddshow.com, 248-455-ODDS. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDoug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDoug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDoug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Then with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to ProFlowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's ProFlowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from ProFlowers.com/radio, code POKE.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443. With the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
At odds with the hosts. Sound off by calling 248-455-6337.
You're listening to the At Odds Show with Nate and Brian.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's a little scary.
We're back. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there.
Howdy ho.
So we have this problem.
We do?
Yeah.
We have lots of problems.
Part of the problem is that we don't have a damn wall spanning our southern border.
Oh, really? You want to be one of those kind?
One of what kinds?
The
kind that actually appreciates sovereign borders.
A 500-foot wall, a 500-high-foot wall around our country.
Did the Mongolians get into China?
Well, eventually.
Yeah, but it took a while, didn't it?
It took a while, yeah.
Israel, they're doing all right.
I don't know about that. They just had three children.
Well, yeah, come on, but that's not the same thing. They didn't have 60,000 people come in and have their federal government bus them around the country.
It's just odd. I'm hearing, Well, I don't know. I guess the question comes, why is this happening now? Why all of a sudden are we getting this influx of all of these so-called children,
because,
which some of them are, 19, 20-year-old gangbangers?
Because our president, who doesn't care about what Congress says, and we'll hear the clip where he won't apologize for acting outside of his actual granted power, decided to take it upon himself to sign the DREAM Act into law, which made it, pretty clear to people in other countries that if you come here, we've got a place for you.
Yeah, you're welcome here.
That's
as long
what
as you can
happened.
Vote Democratic.
Is our president sent a message, whether he intended to or not, which he did, sent a message that said, come to our country. We're looking for a good demographic shift. Come on over. Oh, and that fence that I should be making sure gets built, it's almost done anyway.
No, it's not even.
It's
not even started.
It's basically finished.
But the other thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that all of a sudden there's billboards and advertising, radio, television in Central America stressing the fact that it's not true that if you get to the United States, you are welcomed with open arms and you will be a citizen and have all the rights and privileges thereof, like is being spread there.
Okay. So
by rumors, but even some are saying even Obama has encouraged that.
It says the children are our future, protect them. That's what the advertisements say. So,
but some of
what
them
good
were
is it
saying
doing?
That,
well, no, I know, but there's always that blurb at the end that protect our children. That's what they think they're doing. The children, the ones that are actually children coming here.
Who is saying that? That's what I don't understand what you're saying. Who's saying that?
The ads
our
that we're
government
playing.
Or the ads? No, are we playing them? I'm not so sure.
Well, who's doing it?
Well, it could
is
be
it in
the
Honduras,
Central American governments.
Honduras and Guatemala trying to keep people there?
Maybe there's some influence by the United States saying, hey, you better do some advertising here because we've got an issue.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and here's the weird thing. You can't just go into Mexico. They have pretty strict immigration laws. You can't just wander through the country, and go out the other side without any issues. So how is this happening?
Apparently you can. I mean, that's what the media is saying is happening.
That can't
I just
possibly
heard a radio
be what's
station
happening.
saying, "Oh, it's a hard trek through Mexico, and you come to the United States, and they want to send you back. It's horrible. How can you survive that?"
The problem is the people that don't want to send them back, because the appropriate answer is sorry, no vacancy, and that's what I said last week. We have problems here. We feel bad for you. We need to deal with our problems.
Right.
And then you know what? If you fit the criteria that we're looking for, if you are the person that we need in our country, we'll let you in.
Right.
We'll welcome you here.
You're a neurosurgeon that has a new technique. You're an electrical engineer that knows how to do
a geologist that knows something. I mean, things like that.
Wait a minute. I heard Rick Perry invited Obama to come down to the border.
And I heard Obama said he's not going to visit Texas.
No,
he sent Nancy Pelosi. She scared the hell out of the children.
Their official thing was, no, we're not going to do that. But the solution is to enact a legalization bill to legalize most of the 11 million immigrants already in this country. That's the solution. What a bunch of crap.
This guy, look.
What does that say to all those other people that are trying to come in here lawfully?
It says keep on coming because you can stay here if you get here.
No, I'm talking about all the people that want to come in here lawfully, legally.
It says get on a line and come here.
They've done due diligence.
Yeah.
They've paid their fees. They're trying to get into this country. They have something to offer.
You mean the engineers?
They're
and the
basically
scientists.
getting the big middle finger.
Yeah.
And we're getting all these illegals coming in here. Oh, yeah, we'll just wave a wand over your head and everything will be rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah, look, come on. They pay taxes and they don't have TB, tuberculosis,
scabies,
and lice. They don't have those things. You hear the people at the hospitals being
prison
threatened.
tattoos.
Come on. Okay, the tattoo things, that's stupid. But
what?
You hear about the nurses and people at these hospitals that wanted to talk about what's going on?
Is that true? I don't know. I haven't verified
I don't know.
I don't know.
I talked to one of them. I was standing there when the federal agent said, we will arrest you if you talk to him. And they turned to me and said, he'll arrest me if I talk to you. And I said, all right, then don't talk to me.
That's not true.
Oh.
You didn't say that at all.
No, I said, yeah.
That never happened.
None of that happened. But no, that's the report, and I believe it.
One of the things, was that they were getting pressure not to talk about.
Because it's bad enough that all of these people are just flooding into the country like crazy and then being distributed everywhere. What's that about? And they're being distributed to places that are generally not liberal.
People are fighting back on that, right? Homeland Security buses carrying migrant children.
What you mean is
all over the country, and people are saying, we don't want them here.
No, what you mean is people are yelling at buses full of scared children. These horrible racist people.
I don't know if that's true.
Yelling at buses of scared children. No, you're right. There are groups of people, huge groups of people near the border that are actually standing in front of these Department of Homeland Security, which is a joke, by the way, that these illegals are being bussed around on a Department of Homeland Security bus. And they're standing there saying, no, go somewhere else. We don't want you. And a few of them were
like
rerouted.
1984, isn't it? Right?
It's weird. What's that? Like 1984. That doesn't
Homeland
ring a bell.
Security to protect the borders, but we're actually going to bring people in to the country. I don't know.
Open borders are happy borders.
Some cities are fighting back.
That's good.
I heard that even in our home state of Michigan, that there's a couple of cities that are planned to have a bunch of these.
Yeah, you know what's interesting?
Humanitarian.
And
one is near your hometown area.
The high school I went to.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost regret now
having graduated,
making a commercial for the organization that is apparently reportedly slated to take some of them. But what is it? Wolverine Human Services or something in Vassar, Michigan. That apparently is going to take some of these people.
Yeah,
I don't know if any of that's verified or not.
There's some church groups that are reaching out and doing
good
stuff
for
too.
them. You know, I get it. The ones that are actually children that probably had no choice. They were sent on a bus or a kayak or whatever they send them on.
Rocket ships.
Well, then I don't feel bad for them at all because that's
they're
awesome.
separated from their parents. They're scared out of their wits and stuff.
What are we supposed to do?
That. Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? We can't afford it.
We certainly want to make sure they have food, water, and a place to stay.
And a map.
Until we can get this sorted out.
What?
At some point.
What is there to sort out? How are they getting across the border?
Well, that's the other issue. Was this orchestrated? Or
yes.
This was a coincidence?
Are you kidding me?
No, I think it was a
Was
coincidence.
it a coincidence that they had requests for purchase of supplies to take care of this problem before it happened?
Yeah.
And we couldn't, instead of that, put some sort of sign and maybe a person with a gun that says, don't come in here.
A sign with a person with a gun? What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Maybe
we need a
just
post
a
with
guillotine
a sign
with
that
little
says,
children getting their heads chopped off or something.
No,
Good Lord.
I'm thinking a white post, sign on the top that says no trespassing.
I'm thinking a white post with a head on top,
George Bush's head like Game of Thrones?
No, not
great.
that. But
all right. Apparently you want to take a quick break.
Small children's heads on posts. I think that'll do it.
You want to take a quick break. We're going to do that. We'll be right back.
Red State Talk Radio.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443. With the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Done with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget from proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
It's a bumpy ride through the political jungle with Nate and Brian. Chickens and the Ad Odd Show with Nate and Brian.
You know what's tasty?
Fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
Lion sandwiches.
Ooh, I love lion sandwiches. Have you ever had a good lion sandwich with bacon, lettuce, and tomato?
I had a lion sandwich one time. You know what it said to me?
What did it say? I ain't lying. Nothing. It said, "Eat me."
I had a career in stand-up comedy one time.
Yeah, it wasn't a very long career.
Oh,
Lordy.
No, it's a lion sandwich. It says, "I'm a race car," because it's a lion.
Oh, sandwich. He's lying?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
we
lost our 3 listeners.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. You had something about family health care.
It was the Supreme Court. It was another it was another court decision. That's what I'm trying to say. That came out that was kind of glossed over. Basically, the SEIU, Service Employees blah 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 Union.
Can't
remember the I. Are you really?
Yeah.
So what's the I stand for?
Service
International?
Employees International Union.
Is it really?
Yep.
Okay. So basically what was happening is people that were home health care workers were forced to pay dues to this union, even if they didn't join. They're forced to pay the union dues.
I'm forced to pay dues.
This also, though, applied to somebody who their child has a disease or gets paralyzed and they take care of their child in their own home. They had to pay dues because they qualified as a home health care worker for whatever reason.
What?
Yep. They were forced to pay dues to the SEIU.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's Obama's best buddy.
Exactly. Well, what this court decision said was you can't force these people to pay dues, especially if they're not being represented, because they're their own employer.
Yeah, we're working that out where I work.
Yeah.
And it's
CIA.
You don't have to join the union, but you have to pay dues.
Yeah, of course you do.
and you don't get any of the benefits or any of the help from the union, but you have to pay for it.
Right to work and all that, right?
But since that went through in Michigan, they're still working that out in court.
Thank a liberal. All right, we've got a minute. What do you want to do?
Really, just a minute.
Yeah,
because
this was our quick one. You knew that.
Obama's thing is a minute. He will not apologize.
All right, we'll play that and then go to break.
Okay. It's about
You've got Speaker Boehner talking about suing you for executive actions that he says has crossed the line. He says, we elected a president, we didn't elect a monarch or king.
Well, you notice that he didn't specifically say what exactly he was objecting to. I'm not going to apologize for trying to do something while they're doing nothing.
Even if he gets sued.
The suit is a stunt.
Oh, yeah, stunt.
But what I've told Speaker Boehner directly is, if you're really concerned about me taking too many executive actions, why don't you try getting something done through Congress?
Yeah.
The majority of American people want to see immigration reform done. We had a bipartisan bill through the Senate. And you're going to squawk if I try to fix some parts of it administratively that are within my authority while you are not doing anything?
All right.
The question is it within his authority?
And we'll talk about that. We'll be right back.
Red State Talk Radio, WRS Digital, Cleveland, Tennessee.
Are you frustrated with your current job, not making the type of money that you know you are worth? Is it time for a change? Start earning money working from home with Autopilot Marketing. Go to income10.com now. That's income10.com. Take our free video tour today and start earning money as early as next week. Go to income10.com. That's income10.com.
Red State Talk Radio. Real radio for real Americans.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-400-1756 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-400-1756 to take your call now. Call 800-400-1756. That's 800-400-1756. Again, 800-400-1756.
Red State Talk Radio. The Talk Monster.
Now you can lose weight in your sleep. And today, you can get it free. Try Maximum Slim's nighttime weight loss. You'll sleep like a baby and turn your body into a 24-hour fat-burning machine. Many customers notice a decrease in munchies and late-night appetite, the hardest time to stick to your diet. Call Maximum Slim now and order your free supply of nighttime weight loss. Go back to your high school days, wear your favorite jeans again, and get in the best shape ever. Maximum Slim's nighttime weight loss formula really works. Get a free bottle today with no obligation. You pay only shipping. You have nothing to lose but the weight. Get your free bottle of Maximum Slim nighttime weight loss. Call 1-800-468-7571. 1-800-468-7571. Lose weight while you sleep. Call 1-800-468-7571. That's 1-800-468-7571.
Red State Talk Radio.
The Talk Monster.
Hi, this is Primo Mondoni, General Manager for Red State Talk Radio. We're now entering our 5th year bringing you the very best in grassroots, common-sense, conservative talk radio. Internet radio is a tough, competitive business, and I've come to realize that the station is going to advance that next level. It's going to require a significant increase in investments in both personnel and infrastructure. Up until now, commercial advertising has paid the freight, and while it's been enough to keep the doors open, it doesn't leave room for much else. That's why we're asking our listeners to consider making a donation to help us reach our goals. Monthly subscriptions begin at only $2 per month. All subscribers receive a free RedStateTalkRadio.com email account All $4 per month subscribers and all one-time donations of $50 or more will also receive a free Red State Talk Radio t-shirt. I've run the numbers, and if only 10% of our listeners were paid subscribers, we'd be in a much better position for the expansion needed for 2014 and 2015. So please, consider supporting Red State Talk Radio today.
Red State Talk Radio is All-American Talk Radio.
If you're diabetic, this message could change your life. Is your blood sugar out of control even when you do all the right stuff? Are you afraid of diabetic blindness and the risk of amputation, as well as all those other side effects? Well, you should be. Is there anything that could help manage your blood sugar? Nobetes is a natural supplement that may quickly and dramatically lower your blood sugar.
My name is Bob Corder. I've been using Nobetes for about 3.5 to 4 months now. And in the first 3 months, I've actually lowered my blood sugars from 500s down to 139, and then it dropped to 88 to 93.
My name is Kirsten. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and while taking Nobetes, my blood sugar levels dropped from 295 to 115 in just 1 day.
The FDA hasn't evaluated these statements, and Nobetes isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But for many, it's helped drop their blood sugar. So if you've been evaluated with high blood sugar, don't delay. Evaluate Nobetes now. Call 800-554-7159 and get 2 bottles free. Just cover shipping and handling. Call 800-554-7159. That's 800-554-7159.
The Big Red Talk Monster. Red State Talk Radio.
And welcome back to At Odds. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there. I don't know.
Talk Network.
What
Rip the knob
doing.
off. Oh, I hope it was set at a good volume.
Because they ripped the knob off before they turned it up. Because normally you turn it up and then rip
normally
the knob
that's
off.
what you do.
All right. So before the break, we played the soundbite of Obama saying, "I will not apologize for taking action unilaterally as king, as dictator, if Congress won't." Come on, Congress, pass some more laws, because your only reason for existence is passing laws, not for determining whether or not you need to pass a law. Pass some laws, damn it. And Obama won't apologize.
And we have 3 branches of government that are, not independent of each other.
No.
There's a reason we have a Congress.
They're co-equal, meaning equal. Meaning each one has the same power. Meaning Obama can't just act on his own. He is not above Congress. And also, Supreme Court, not above the other 2 branches of government. Equal. They're all equal.
Did you have another soundbite?
Nope.
Which was longer or not?
Do not.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But he did in another, he was giving a speech somewhere talking about all the garbage that he did, because Republicans, they don't want to raise the minimum wage. They don't want women. I mean, just in general, they just hate women.
Yeah.
Fair wages and things.
Are you implying that all Republicans
so
are gay?
sue me. No, I'm implying that they are all old white men. Every single Republican in existence, old white man.
Even the young Republicans and colleges and stuff around?
There aren't any.
Oh,
nope.
I did not know that.
There aren't any. They are all old white men. Alan West, old white man.
Yeah.
Ben Carson, old white man. Me, old white man.
No, you're...
You, well, that doesnn't make my point very well.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't help you.
So, yeah, Condoleezza Rice.
Old
white man.
Oh, I don't... No, I think she has a little... I think.
And she's not white.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Hillary Clinton, old white man. Democrat.
Definitely.
Democrat, though. All right, so let's move on to something else.
Well, the good news is there was a poll done by Quinnipiac University. And they found that Quinnipiac? I don't know. They did a survey, found 33% of American voters.
It's not like we do a political talk show or anything.
Named Obama the worst president
in modern history. Was Jimmy Carter even on there?
Yeah, he was.
Which number was he?
He was way down there.
He got 8%. He was not even close to the worst president. 8% of the people responded to say
George Bush got 28.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. That just lets me know that it was mostly Democrat liberals that responded to this.
And it was over 69 years of American history, 12 presidencies. And again, most of these people are alive today. They don't remember a lot of these older presidents, so it's biased in some regards. But still.
No, yeah, and that's kind of my point. Because I think the order goes, I don't know, Obama, and then a tie, FDR, Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter. And then below that is probably, I don't know, then you can talk about Nixon and those sorts of people if you want.
Nixon was 13%.
Lincoln?
No, he's not one of our modern presidents.
Oh, modern. Sorry.
They did ask this, though, which, depending on how they conducted their survey, they found that 45% of the respondents said the country would be better off if Romney had won the election.
There is no doubt that that's true. I don't care how you want to spin it. Democrats, libertarians, I don't care how you want to spin it. There is no doubt. I think it's pretty easy to show that Mitt Romney does not, in fact, hate this country the way it is. He does not think that the founding of this country was unjust. He doesn't get angry when he wakes up and it's Independence Day.
Whichever day it was.
July 4th.
Whether it was the 2nd or
17,
August 2nd, who knows?
My shirt says it. 1776. Oh. I wear it so I remember.
Didn't even...
It also has this...
Maybe get a tattoo.
It has a coiled up thing with 13 rattles, and it says, what is it? Don't tread on me is what it says. I couldn't remember what it said down there, but that's what it says.
I didn't even
Do you want to go into that? Because that's annoying to me.
What's that?
The whole...
Don't tread on me?
Oh, it's a snake that says don't tread on me. It's the Tea Party. They invented that.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a break.
Ignorance.
Which, the song we... yeah, okay. Let's move on.
I want to move on to my favorite subject,
I know
and that's guns and police.
Okay.
But let's talk about guns first. Old news, I know, but moms demand action. They were at the Target store because Target was resisting bowing down to the almighty dollar and was allowing people to open carry or conceal carry in their stores. They were...
if it was legal, they were following state and local law.
Yeah, they went, moms demand action. They went to Texas, protested in front of the store, and trying to get people to sign stuff, and the store manager kicked them out.
Yeah, because if you own a business, why would you want them to be there?
Yeah.
I mean, if I own property and people want to be on my property to protest me, I'm not going to let them. That's ridiculous. So it's funny that they got kicked out. I mean, they got kicked out of a Chipotle also. And now you have to remember that it's some subset of moms demand action.
And none of the firearm people, open carriers, got kicked out.
Well, of course they didn't.
Which was odd.
Of course they didn't.
But the sad news, or maybe not, was that just a day or two ago, Target caves and they said, we're going to respectfully ask people not to carry guns in our stores. We bow down to the almighty.
They more cowardly took the Starbucks approach, I think, because they really played both sides to the tune of reports of people calling them and they're saying, no, we're following state law, which is in direct opposition of the statement put out, I think, by the CEO or by some official Target blog representative.
Yeah.
That's saying that we respectfully, which means disrespectfully ask you to not bring your firearms into any Target store.
But to clarify it, some of the gun groups asked, really, what does that mean? And they said, well, we're not going to post signs and we're not going to ask you to leave.
And what it means is if you're going to come spend money, of course you can still come spend money, which is smart from a business standpoint. But again, the same thing I said about Starbucks, same thing I said about Chipotle. All of these people that are saying, I'm still going to go there. If I'm concealed carrying, they won't even know. So ha, 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 ha. Okay, but they don't want you there. Why would you want to be there? You're not welcome there. I asked somebody that said, I conceal carry, I'll still go in there and they won't know. I said, if they put out a statement that said, we're not going to ban them, but we respectfully ask that women do not come into our store. I said, would you still go there? Well, no, of course not.
Sneak in your woman?
Yeah, of course I wouldn't go there
Dress her up like a man.
if they asked women not to come into the store. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. It's exactly the same as not letting gays in. It's exactly the same as not letting blacks in. It's exactly the same as not letting somebody in that's wearing a red shirt. It's discrimination. And if you still go there, you're still giving money to somebody that is discriminating against you for no good reason.
Right.
Some things are okay to discriminate against.
Right. I mean, I could carry concealed into the White House, I suppose, or into a school, or
definitely
whatever.
onto an airplane, but then you would accidentally fire it and it would blow up.
It would blow up the plane, and that's a throwback.
But yeah. I mean, that's the other point too. And let me give you a tip, because really, I don't care if you give your money to Target or not. I am not a lawyer. But it doesn't seem like you would help your case by posting on the internet that you know that they have a policy that they're asking you not to bring firearms in, but you're still going to do it. We should get one of our lawyer friends on to talk about that, because
but again,
I think that's ridiculous.
That's two different issues. One is a place that actually bans firearms and you go there and you know it, or one that respectfully asked you not to do it. We really don't care.
I don't think those are different things.
Yeah, they are.
I actually
legally
don't
they
think,
are.
I don't think
legally,
they are.
Yes, they are.
Well, okay, if they say we ask you not to, but we don't care, right? But their statement, their official statement said we ask you not to bring firearms into any store. I think that by itself is a ban. I really think that is.
Maybe.
Well, okay. I don't want to test it out because I don't want to go into Target and give them my money.
You don't want to support them, and I agree with that. Yes,
and I wouldn't want to be the one that has that first court case and has evidence on Facebook that you knew about it but decided to go there anyway.
Yeah, states vary on.
Anyway, I don't think Target is banning firearms. What they were trying to do is get these evil, and I mean that, evil
in the pure
moms
sense of the
that demand action off their back because they're annoying the hell out of them.
So ignorant.
And blaming the NRA.
Yeah.
The NRA had nothing to do with any of this.
No.
The NRA wasn't protesting outside Target. They weren't posting messages on the internet that Target, on Target, right?
Target wants to kill your kids.
Well, I mean, we can talk about that because the moms that demand action, they're the ones with blood on their hands from every single murder in a gun-free zone.
And they think
they
so
condone.
Righteous.
They are condoning every murder in a gun-free zone.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. Gun control is murder.
It is what you say.
Good news though is actor Joe Mantegna.
Mantinga?
Yeah. He was in Godfather Part 3 and Criminal Minds. He does Criminal Minds if you watch that.
Nope.
He's a 66-year-old actor. I love him because he plays Fat Tony in The Simpsons series. Great guy.
It's weird. He came from The Godfather, and then he plays Fat Tony.
Oh, he does a
How
great
does he
job.
get different roles like that aren't even related?
Why do they care? It's rat milk. It's still milk.
No, I mean, that's a legitimate point, though.
Yeah.
Milk.
It's milk. Why are they so upset? I've been selling rat milk to the schools.
Can you milk a cat?
You can.
You can milk anything, I suppose.
Anything, yeah.
All right, that's a movie. All right, go ahead.
He's a pro gun guy. He is a competitive pistol and shotgun shooter.
He's from Hollywood?
Well, he is a Hollywood person.
Oh.
He says he does get a lot of crap from some of the basic Hollywood
Jim Carrey
types, but I just wanted to point out
the ones that make money off of gun and
I want to give a
and
plug
violence.
because he's in the Outdoor Channel. He's got a new series called Midway USA Gun Stories, and they look at the history of guns in the United States.
And it's not new, first of all. I didn't know it was him, though. No, he's been on for four seasons or
Really?
something.
It's his fourth season.
I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, that's Joey.
Though. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't make the connection to Godfather.
Milk is milk.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I definitely didn't
good
make that
guy.
connection.
I like the actor.
He looks a little less yellow on the Outdoor Channel.
Yeah.
Than from The Simpsons.
Yeah, he wasn't so yellow on The Simpsons. He was more of Italian pepperoni color or something. I don't know. Boy,
meatball.
I love the meatballs. Kansas is now an open carry state. Well, it was before. But what they did do as of July 1st, they added preemption. So local governments can't ban open carry, and you don't have you have to have a license to open carry, much like Michigan.
Yep, and this is the same bill that we talked about when it passed.
Yeah.
It's now in effect.
Yes.
July 1st, a couple days ago. So, woohoo. Now you can not have to worry about what the local ordinance is like you do in Michigan carrying a knife.
Well, I don't know if it's firearms, I thought. I don't know if it's a knife issue.
No. In Michigan is follow along here.
Yeah, I know. In Michigan,
you have to worry about it.
You can get busted for carrying a knife, period.
Depending on which city you're in.
Right. We don't have preemption for knives. We do have it for firearms.
We do.
Let's see. Georgia, now is the big, horrible. Georgia's coming in line with a lot of other states, but they allow, to carry in restaurants that sell alcohol. And there'll be blood in the street.
Ooh.
New Jersey Governor Christie vetoes the magazine limit.
Our next presidential candidate for the Republican Party.
And some say, did he do it because he
wants to be the next presidential candidate,
or not?
Because he's weighed his options. He's weighed them.
He weighed. That's a fat joke.
No, I really wasn't until you gave me that look, and then I thought I'd say it again so you could run with it.
Yeah.
He weighed his options and decided he probably wouldn't win in the Democrat primary against Clinton. So he's going for Republican.
He's going to try.
But we're going to take one more quick break. Facebook.com/@oddshow. Brian will be back on his own for the rest of the show. So if you just want to shut it off right now, that'd be good. We'll be right back.
No. Oh.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDoug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDoug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDoug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
There's no better way to say I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life. I'm glad to be with you. I'm thinking about you, or I miss you. Then with a spectacular flower arrangement from ProFlowers.com. A gorgeous fresh flower arrangement is a must to dress up every birthday, holiday, or anniversary. As a special treat for you, your beautiful flowers start at an amazing low price of $19.99. And ProFlowers.com will include a free vase with floral orders. Imagine a beautiful bouquet of 100 blooms for only $19.99, with a free vase included. Every festive bouquet is guaranteed to last at least 7 days. Tell your loved ones you're thinking of them with flowers. Go to proflowers.com/radio and enter your code to receive this special offer. Enter code POKE. That's proflowers.com/radio, code POKE. Send a bouquet they'll never forget. From proflowers.com/radio, code POKE.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-238-6197. Again, 877-238-6197. That's 877-238-6197. 877-238-6197.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443. With the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
At odds with the hosts. Sound off by calling 248-455-6337.
Welcome back to that outro. I'm Nate. Brian's over there. Brian, say hi.
Hi. This is me, Brian.
This is not me, Brian.
Hello,
it's me.
You might want
Brian,
to scroll down.
You did.
Scroll down the prep page down to the university.
I don't
thing there.
Look at it
at all. I know.
Gee, why is this one on here?
Well, you know, we only got a couple minutes, and I want to. Oh, you know what?
Nope.
I got to bring up my thingy here.
Boy.
There.
Yeah.
There was a student at this university
to do it, huh?
Go
figure it wasn't
ECPI.
It wasn't written down. You forgot.
ECPI, the Electronic Computer Programming Institute in Virginia.
Yep.
Gun Rights Club not allowed because it might try to change the policy on concealed carry on campus.
Right, and you can't have you can't have
freedom at a university.
You can't have somebody that, might want to question
things.
Things.
Especially
at a university. A place of learning and questioning.
Right. This is where you discuss all kinds of things about life and matter.
Yeah.
And
now,
love
okay. Before we even get into this,
What?
because it's very, very, very important. Is this a private university?
It is not.
It's public. Are
well,
you sure? I'm going to guess that it's private.
It's a for-profit. Must be private.
I'm guessing it's private.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm fine with their concealed carry. Well, I'm not fine with it.
It's Virginia Beach.
Whatever. They can have their ban.
Well, this guy said he's with the Students for Concealed Carry on Campus group.
Oh, well, see?
He wanted to start a club.
Obviously, they would try to change the policy.
He wanted a college club.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was. His expressed intent was changing the policy on carry
But
laws
the good news is, without an official club at the college, he can't even try to change the policy now.
But he really wanted to talk about, the Second Amendment, founding documents. He wanted it kind of constitutional with an emphasis on gun rights.
Oh, okay. Come on.
He wanted to talk about state law,
Come
federal
on.
law. He just wanted to educate students.
Give me a break. He wanted, in this club, would have advocated for changing the concealed carry policy on campus.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
And there's nothing wrong with
Of course it would. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's the sort of thing that any true university worth its salt, worth its weight in salt. What's the thing? You're a sayings person. Whatever.
What?
They would allow.
I don't know what you just said.
I know you don't listen, but that's fine. If it was a good university that cared about educating people in more than just electronic computer programming.
Almost all universities have this philosophy. I testified before the Michigan State Senate Committee on allowing guns on campus, and they had all kinds of college and community college representatives there saying, well, this is wrong. And it was great because one of the pro-gun senators said, listen, you jerk. If this was a First Amendment issue, you'd be all for it.
Yep.
And because it's a Second Amendment issue, you're all against it. You're a bunch of hypocrites and crap, and I just hate you so much. But anyways,
I don't think he said he hated them.
I think it was the president of the university said to the guy, his name is Patrick, he said, now, Patrick, the university wouldn't sponsor a group like this as it does not correlate to program enhancement or community service.
Huh. That's weird. Not the president, by the way, but
the Virginia Citizens Defense League, a pro-gun organization, said that the university's stance is hypocritical since they have a criminal justice program.
which you would think would fit into it. And I'd like to see the list of other groups at this university and see that every single one correlates to program enhancement or community service, because I bet they don't. I mean, I bet they have the Lollipop Club or something.
The Christian Club, the Jewish Club, the Gay Rights Club, the Chess
Club.
I
mean, that's program enhancement.
The Unicorn Club, the Spaghetti Monster Club. They probably have all those, but guns?
Not guns. No, guns are dangerous.
So I think
Unicorn's not dangerous unless you're playing Leapfrog.
I think they're going to get sued. The Virginia Citizens Defense League is on this guy's side, and we'll see what happens.
No. I just think it's a little wrong to take the stance that they weren't wanting to change the policy, because I think they were.
Where are we time-wise?
I'm sure. We've got 20 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well,
so no, you can't do that. What we can do is banter back and forth for another 10 seconds.
Or we could listen to fireworks.
Go ahead. Fine.
Look at that. Oh, red, gold.
Oh, boy.
Green.
All right, we are out of time, though.
I love that. Oh, look at that.
See you next week.
Oh, it says USA.